Welcome back to another episode of Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One. Uber One is a membership that allows you to save across Uber Eats, Uber Rides, and everything in between. Unlimited $0 delivery fee, 5% off eats, and 5% off rides. Join Uber One today and get your first month free. Visit uber1.com/Uber1 for details. That's the word one, O-N-E. Hello, friends. The World Cup is coming down. It's almost ending. It's Woz, Brett, and I.
Aloha.
Yeah.
Woz Brett and I.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. No, Liam. He was supposed to be here, but things come up, and that's life. Life.
When life gives you lemons.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. The World Cup. It feels weird having only like 2 matches left.
Yeah.
Well, 3 technically, actually.
Well, 4 because there's the third place match too.
That's what I mean. Yeah, there's only 3 matches left. Is there? 4. My God, math is hard.
There we go. See,
I can't count anymore. But welcome back to Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One. We're gonna go over the quarterfinal matchups, give our semifinal predictions, and just what else is there on the board? Get pundits predict, of course.
Yeah,
cool bet. And I think it's important to start off this podcast by just giving our thoughts and prayers to Grant Wall and his family. That was a very shocking news, to say the least.
Very sad for the sport as well. Obviously, someone who's very important in our game and very important in the North American sphere as well. So losing a voice like that is
100%
impactful.
I mean, we're not gonna get into the details and there's a lot going on around his death, unfortunately, and it's just sad. Your heart goes out to the family and everyone who was close to Grant, and it was a nice little tribute that they did in Qatar where he sat with the flowers in his photo. And Grant, he was a guy who wrote so many infamous articles, and there was a reason why he had like 900,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah,
like he had a huge following and one of the biggest footballing journalists when it comes to from the States, North American wise. So the guy just absolute workhorse.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah. I think if you're someone who's looking to get into journalism or in that industry, look at Grant Wall's career. He wrote one of the infamous LeBron James articles as well. It wasn't just football. It was other. I think it covered Olympics maybe.
Yeah. It's just the fluidity, and that's the thing with sport, is being able to fit in wherever. Yeah. I went to journalism school, and I forget who it was, but one of the quotes that really impacted me was, every sports reporter can do a news report, but not every news reporter can do a sports report.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Grant kind of did his job. He could do football, he could do basketball, he could do Olympics, whatever it was. And that's the beauty of journalism, I think.
True. Very true. So once again, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Let's get to the football, because there was a lot of drama this last week.
Yeah.
Where did we start? Did we start on Thursday?
We would have started on Friday.
Yes,
Friday, Saturday.
So first off, we had 2 penalty shootouts. Croatia, Brazil started off overall. What can you remember from this match?
Probably both of those games. I would say the day in general is potentially the greatest match day in World Cup history.
You think so?
Oh my goodness. This is also in the same World Cup that had at one point both Costa Rica, who lost 7-0, and Japan going through to the round of 16. Yeah, no, I think it was absolutely insane. Some of the stuff that we saw. 100%. The late tie, the late equalizer from Netherlands. I mean,
for me, that game was crazy.
That was.
Let's start off with Brazil. Obviously, Croatia goes to extra time. Obviously, when you're playing Croatia, that's bound to happen, it seems. Neymar scored such a beautiful goal. I was so saucy.
That's Jogo Bonito, baby.
And unfortunately, that was the last of Jogo Bonito.
Yeah, that was the death of Jogo Bonito. We have to change this now, hey? We have to because we've had this, because we got this because of A, Anthony, and B, it was going into the World Cup. Yeah. Now, not only are we leaving the World Cup, but so is Brazil. Hey, Brazil, airport that way.
Yeah. Who? Oh, that was I saw that was French Montana.
What?
Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Oh, I'll bring that up soon when we get to Portugal.
God.
So, and then, of course, Bruno Petkovic scores to tie the game 1-1 for Croatia. It was a header, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was the penalty shootout where things got more dramatic and very teary-eyed for Brazil.
Yeah. You have a lot of... Okay, well, there's some things around there. There's a couple of things to talk about when it comes to the penalties, but let's just start off with it. Should Neymar been taking the fifth pen? Because we all know that if it went to the fifth one, it would have been him taking it.
Yeah.
But now you run that risk of how often does it go to the fifth pen anymore?
I don't even know. That's a great question. I mean, the question is, when it comes to penalty shootouts, would you rather start with your best players or your worst?
Well, I would prefer the best shooter.
Yeah, because you think about it, if you go with your best shooters, it gives you the better chance of winning the penalty. You would think you want to save the best for last.
Would you rather start from behind or would you rather start ahead?
Yeah. So I think that's where kind of Brazil got caught, maybe.
Well, I mean, you miss your first penalty and the other team scores, and now you're down 1-0.
Yeah.
Now you have to score that next pen, or it's an issue. And then if you don't, then it falls down to your goalkeeper, which then the momentum is going all the way against you. So then you're fighting behind again. Not only are you fighting from behind on the score sheet, but you're fighting from behind in the mental game too. But and then you take a look at, and I know I'm mentioning the Netherlands game, which again we'll get to later, but look, Van Dijk takes a first shot and he misses. Now Netherlands is fighting from behind too.
Brazil, though, kind of, is it shocking that they're out of the tournament so early? Everyone had them as favorites to win the World Cup.
I would say so based on the competition that's still there. I mean, everybody wanted to see Brazil-Argentina.
Yeah.
Everyone would have loved to see Brazil-Argentina.
Yeah.
But Livakovic said no. My goodness, was he fantastic in that one. Him and Gvardiol again. Like, there is...
I mean, the expected goals in Brazil-Croatia. Brazil had a 2.55 expected goals. They had 21 shots, 4 big chances. And then, obviously, this is on FootMob. Croatia had 9 total shots with 0 big chances. And
9 shots?
Yeah.
How many on goal?
1 on target, actually. Brazil had apparently 11 on target.
Brazil had 11.
Yeah, on target.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching that game. I just kept seeing Likovic, how you pronounce his name, just save everything in front of him. It was like, what the...
Actually, that was one of our 90th minute exclusives presented by, or powered by Coolbad. Mine was that they would have under 2.5 shots. Or under a shot and a half, sorry. So they would have only 1 shot on goal. Because they were, that's the thing. Croatia was able to win that match off of 1 shot, and it went in. No, it wasn't a header. It was deflected. That's what it was.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how that semifinal between Croatia and Argentina will go, but we'll get to that a little later. Should we move on to the Dutch-Argentina? I think this game was way more dramatic.
Yeah.
This game was fucking great.
Yeah, this was a good one.
I remember it was like I was sitting in the office doing my work at the Oilers Nation, our offices, and we had the TV on, and they're recording a podcast in the podcast room. And all of a sudden you just hear me go, "Holy shit, they tied it!" And then you hear the guys, "We think somebody just scored a big goal." Yeah, Molina, I thought great finish by him, but that little pass from Messi, that was just sublime. It was like, how does this man do it?
Woz?
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, you will see the Messi jersey over here.
Yeah.
If you're listening on audio apps, there's now a Messi jersey. Woz?
Yeah.
Messi's the GOAT.
That's coming from a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah.
You called Ronaldo the GOAT for how many years?
25. Well, 20, I guess. But
and now you admit Messi is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Why?
He's so good. He is so good. And just the fact that he's able to do it at his age, no matter where, no matter when, he can take over matches. And you can see just the other upper echelon that he has.
Yeah, and especially at this World Cup, he's taking up a notch.
And that's truly why. That's truly why. I mean, it's game after game after game was.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they're playing. It can be the greatest midfield in the world, like we just saw, basically, or that they will see with Croatia, or it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. He can go out there and do it every single night. Every night. He doesn't take a game off. He can do it. It's upsetting.
It's upsetting that you called him to go?
Yes,
Nice.
it is. It is. But I came to the realization on our stream, especially after the Portugal game, which we'll get to too, that was but you see what he can do. Oh, and that was a chippy game. Like that was
100%. That was very aggressive.
There were skirmishes after every whistle.
There's so much you can go into that game.
Exactly.
You can do a podcast on that whole game.
Yeah, the referee, the 15 yellow cards, like the penalties in itself, but you just see his fingerprints on each and every single one of it. And and quietly too sometimes. That's the thing. Like, he is so good, but sometimes he does it so under the radar.
Yeah. I don't get it either. He's like he can be so undetected, and it takes so much to stop him at times. Also, by the way, he scored a penalty, Messi, the 73rd minute. Veghorst with 2 goals. We all saw what happened, and then obviously the penalty shootout was fantastic. I was really hoping that Argentina was gonna lose. I'm like, please don't lose, please, because I don't know. I feel like this World Cup has to go to either one of Messi or Ronaldo, and it's obviously gonna be maybe Messi now. And I want to see either one of those two win the World Cup, and obviously I'm leaning towards more Messi now. But like, if Ronaldo won the World Cup, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be happy for him. I think it'd be awesome. But Messi's chance now. And I'm looking at the stats of the penalties. Did he save them all?
Who? Emi Martinez?
Yeah.
No, there was one that went in.
Okay.
It was the third shot. He stopped the first 2. The third one went in, and then I believe
so Van Dijk missed, or Berghuis missed. Then Cooper Meyer scores, Veghorst, Luke de Jong, and then Martinez wins it. Thank God.
Oh yeah, there was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, I mean, that game alone was just insane. It was like a 101st minute goal by Veghorst.
Yeah.
It was just the lightest finish. Like, just that's football.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes you just to take whatever chances in front of you. You never know.
And you're sitting there and you're going, oh, he's hammering this from outside the box. This is the one. He's having it. And everybody and their mother was ready for the shot. And he just goes, boop, right over onto the boot. And he finishes.
And I think some people were trying to find a way to blame that on Messi, because he had the ball. I think he had the ball at the time. Like he lost the tackle and then he scored. I'm like, whatever. Like Martinez redeemed himself also in the penalty shootout. Moving on to the next round of quarterfinals, where shit gets even more dramatic.
Yeah, that would have been not the Morocco one. It would have been the Morocco one.
Portugal. Morocco scores in the 42nd minute. El Nassiri, and Morocco honestly just having kind of a masterclass in defensive performance this tournament.
Yeah,
they're not letting anything in. They're not scoring much, but they know they just need 1 goal to win. And
that's the thing.
Yeah,
like that. You see them, and En-Nesyri gets his goal.
Yeah, and
then they just lock it down.
Yeah,
they just they go, they attack, get their goal, and then they just go, cool, sounds good.
Yeah,
we're done. And they're doing it against Spain, against Belgium, against Croatia, against fucking Portugal. Yeah. Portugal. May I add, Rafael Leao, Jean Rams, who scored the only hat trick of the tournament so far. Cristiano Ronaldo, João Felix, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes. Clean sheet.
Yeah.
Clean sheet. Nothing.
Yeah.
From a kid from Montreal who decided to commit to a Moroccan side, a Moroccan side that just got their coach 4 months ago,
yeah.
And we're only cohesive. 4 months ago when countries, all of these teams have been playing together for almost a year. And now we're sitting here and they're shutting down some of the best offenses in the world. That's insane.
Considering, Portugal, they put six past Switzerland in their round of 16 game. And then for Morocco to not even let them concede a goal is impressive.
Right?
And then the storyline, of course, is should Ronaldo have started? Did he come on too late? And I'm like, sure, you can make that narrative right now, but Ronaldo could have had an impact when he started. I won't disagree. He could have.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Fernando Santos gambled against Switzerland. He saw, oh wow, we played pretty good without him. Let's do it again.
Yep.
It's just
why not? I mean, you just scored 6 goals against Switzerland.
And I know this is really petty of me, but did you see Georgina, his girlfriend's comments after the game? The next day, it's like,
yes.
She's like, how dare a friend and colleague, whatever, put Ronaldo on the bench? You should have some shame or something. And like, in this moment, this is where you play the best player in the world. I'm sorry, Ronaldo has not been the best player in the world for a few years now. What is she supposed to say? I know. Is she supposed to come out there and be like, yeah, Lionel Messi, fuck yeah? No, but just don't put that line. Just to say,
come on.
Ronaldo, I feel like an asshole saying this now. I'm like, you could have said, Ronaldo has done so much for his country. He could have been a difference maker, something like that. But whatever. I'm getting too out of.
You are. You're reading into it too much. You're reading into the wrong things.
Yes, I am. I'll admit that. Okay. Let's not get into that anymore.
But that's probably the last time we see Ronaldo at a World Cup.
There's the other side of it, right? Ronaldo's last game for Portugal, last World Cup game ever, and he's tears leaving the pitch and off court. I made that TikTok about some guy making a comment. He's not even congratulating his opponents. He's not even staying with his teammates. I think in that moment, Ronaldo does not want the cameras on him. Yeah. Like, that's the one moment where Ronaldo says, get me out of here. Because let's be honest, when you're breaking down in tears, you don't want cameras in your face. Yeah. That's any human being, not just Ronaldo. And of course, because it is Ronaldo, the cameras will be on his face. Yeah. Not Bruno Fernandes, not Rafael Leao, not Gonzalo Ramos. Right? Like, and all the blame is on Fernando Santos on why they lost. But I think in this game, all the credit needs to go to Morocco, who've now just what a moment for Africa. Yeah. The Arab world, the Muslim world. Wow. I don't know what that's going to do for Moroccan football going down the line. And I was actually questioning, think about Croatia's now gone to back-to-back World Cup semifinals. What does that do for Croatian football? What kind of impact will that have on the country's football? Because, when you look at Croatia, they don't have necessarily marquee names like Germany, France, England, Brazil. They don't. No. Aside from Luka Modric, Perisic, but they just have a very good team. They have their star player Modric, but aside from that, you don't have a bunch of marquee names like England, for example. Right.
I think it's big for Croatia. Yeah. Because, look, this is going to be Modric's last World Cup. Probably, maybe Perisic's last World Cup too. Who was it that just, who's not here right now? Not Rakitic. I can't think of his name.
Supersic? No.
No. Whoever, one of the other big Croatian names. I'll have to figure out who it was. But he's gone too.
Brozovic?
Brozovic is there. Yeah. Excuse me. But there's a changing of the guard happening in Croatia. You see it now with Gvardiol, who's been fantastic in the World Cup. And now I hope, like you said, that now back-to-back World Cup semifinals, maybe back-to-back World Cup finals. There are some.
Yeah, true, actually.
I hope it'll be big. I think on the Morocco side, though, look at... the media on media calls during press conferences with Bono and the manager going, I don't have a question. I'm going to say it in English so everybody in this room understands. But what you are doing is monumental to our country. And that's not only because of what some media member has to say. That is because they are feeling it in their country.
Yeah.
Because of sport, because of this guy from Montreal who is going out there and doing everything he possibly can to keep Morocco in this World Cup. And then you have guys like Amrabat, who's becoming a star here. Boufal, who's being so saucy. I love watching him. And the series, Ziyech. You have all these guys. Saiss is playing with, I'm sure we are going to find out, with one hamstring every single game. This guy, like last game, he got stretchered off.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's going to start next game for Morocco.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. It's just a great storyline, Morocco. Same with Croatia. Let's just move on to the final matchup here. England versus France. Obviously, this was the big one.
Harry Kane.
Give me your thoughts on this one. Just I tried to keep an eye, but I was kind of working on the side as well, so I didn't get the best opinion. I know I was kind of not really giving Matt shit, but it was true. But the first goal that Tsunemi scored was a fantastic finish, but it was a bit of a gap issue I found, because there was just so much space between the defensive line and Tsunemi, where you could have had maybe one more midfielder there, but I don't know.
See, and it's funny because I was watching that play, and they gave it to Tchouameni, and I was like, wrong guy to give it to.
Yeah.
That was France gave it to the wrong guy. I thought Tchouameni was in the wrong spot. Yeah. But B, because that was what England gave France. Because I think they had it well covered in the box. I think they had the trailer on the far side covered very well. And I was watching it and going, I don't know about where Tchouameni is. And then you see him. And I was watching Ben Foster today talk about the goal. And he said that most Premier League goalkeepers today makes that save.
Really?
He said that he thought that not so much that Pickford didn't respect the speed and velocity that shot was coming into or coming in with, but that it was he undersold it. He should have, almost in the World Cup, you have to dive past the ball, not to the ball, and he got caught there. And Tchouameni's goal was nice. I think it was perfectly placed. It was a good shot. I don't think England could have done too much more, to be honest with you. Yeah. They had it covered. I will say, though, and not on the goal, but just in general, Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham played their asses off. Played their hearts out. Genuinely. Hello?
Oh, I'm listening to you. Don't worry. I'm just looking at something for Croatia.
Oh, okay. What are you looking for?
Just continue this match because England out, right? I just want to get your opinion on this. Should have Harry Kane taken that second penalty?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Oh, man, I don't know.
It's tough.
This is where it goes beyond my spec of football, I think, because that's a big mind game. Yeah. That's a massive mind game. And the thing is that, Lloris is obviously his teammate at Tottenham. So he knows where Harry Kane likes to go. So you sit there and you go, oh, okay, he probably knows where he wants to go. And you're sitting there going, okay, Harry Kane's probably going left. And he doesn't. He goes he goes right side the first time. And you go, okay, there you go. He doesn't do what everybody thought he would. And then the second one came. And Hugo Lloris, who watched the shot, went to that left side again, where Harry Kane always shoots, has always scored too. But Harry Kane tries to go up the middle, and Harry Kane absolutely skies it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't, man, I just see, and that's the thing. It was, Christian Jack tweeted it out, and I think he was speaking to Harry Kane about this. Or it was a quote from Harry Kane that he quoted. But he said, as a penalty taker, you are always thinking of that first shot, of where you're going to put that penalty, but you're never thinking of the second shot. So I don't know. I don't know. And of course, it comes down to a penalty for England. That's so after the Euros. That's so.
For me, when I saw him miss that penalty, I could only think of Harry Kane the person and what he's going through mentally, because to not only miss that penalty and then your country to lose the game is that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare for any human footballer to go through. That amount of pressure, especially being an English footballer, to miss that penalty. It's just, I don't know.
As the captain too.
I'd probably have to go through some form of therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope England can really build a strong. I think they got a strong core going for the 2026 World Cup. Expectations will always be high, but I think, something about them going into this tournament wasn't right. I think they need a new manager, someone who's new ideas. But let's just get into these semifinals now.
Sure. Also, it was Mario Mandzukic. And that's who I was thinking of from Croatia.
Now, what's fascinating about this World Cup semifinal is that every team has a storyline behind it.
Right.
Croatia, their first World Cup was back in 1988. Now they're going to back-to-back World Cup semifinals a couple years later. Morocco. That story writes itself. First African nation to go to a World Cup semifinal. Argentina for Messi to win his World Cup. There's so many storylines going into the semifinal. And of course, France, can they win back-to-back World Cups, right? There's so many storylines behind every country in the semifinal. It's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Which is what you want, too.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in there and you're like, And that's why I'm half okay with, like, Brazil being out.
Yeah.
And, like, the Germanys and
even
the
Brazil
Spains.
would have been a good storyline because of Pele.
True. That's
But
true.
if it was like a Germany, it's like, Germany's back in the final.
Yeah.
There's no offense, Germany. I know Fabian as a listener of ours. Croatia, Argentina. That's gonna be an interesting match.
That is.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know.
Because I don't think Argentina have really faced an opponent like Croatia.
Well, we said that about the Netherlands too. But,
yeah, exactly.
But I agree. And that was the thing. I went back to my parents' place on the 2 days we had off between these matches here. And even my dad goes, so who do you think will win, Croatia or Argentina? And I stood in the kitchen. I went, I don't know.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know, because this one could genuinely go either way.
Yeah, it's like, is it gonna go to penalties again?
Yeah. What if it does? But then at the same time, you sit there and go, "Oh, okay, it's Argentina. They have scoring coming out of their fucking wazoo."
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez. You got Messi. Hopefully, Lautaro Martinez can turn it on somehow. I mean, he scored that pen, so hopefully he can. But I just see Angel Di Maria play a bigger factor.
And you
in those
just
games.
can't you can't count out Croatia.
You can't.
Even though sometimes it feels like they're the underdog, you never can. They'll find a way to score and they'll defend very well. They're so organized. And also, I'll bring it up at the end of this, but Canada. Let's just bring it up now. Canada. The fact that Canada had 2 World Cup semifinalists in their group. Imagine that being your second ever World Cup, and you go back. It's like, hey, we made the World Cup. Yeah, the 2 teams in your group are going to the World Cup semifinals. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, and the other team is Belgium, by the way. Yeah.
So Canada learning a lot from these teams. Good. This is a great experience.
That's the thing. Like, I genuinely sit there and look at all the other groups, even Germany, Spain.
Yeah.
Even their group. I'm sitting there going, I think Canada might have advanced in like every single other group.
Yeah, that's a good question, honestly. Could have they scored a bit more, right? And then, I don't know. It's a one of those what ifs. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go 1-0 Argentina. 90 minutes. They will win in 90 minutes. I know it's tough to say in this World Cup, but
yeah. That's funny. I said I have a feeling this one's gonna end in 90 minutes too on the Portugal Morocco one. And unfortunately, it did. I think both sides. I think we're gonna see a goal from both sides. I'm gonna go 2-1 Argentina though.
Okay.
We're both going Argentina.
Yeah. And after this, our little predictions here, we'll get into Pundits Predict, powered by Coolbet, because we do have the 90th minute exclusives.
Yes.
So that's always fun.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
And then, of course, Morocco-France is a matchup we've never seen in the World Cup semifinal.
Yes.
I don't know how this game will go either.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
The problem is, Morocco doesn't score a lot, but they also don't concede. France know how to score.
Yeah.
Mbappe versus Hakimi. I think it's going to be Mbappe versus Hakimi on the right side. It's like, oh my.
Isn't that deadly?
It's going to be fucking great.
And that's it. But also at the same time, also 21. I forget what his name is for Morocco. I'll try and figure out before the end of this podcast. But he got a red card in the last game. 2 consecutive, immediately 2 yellow cards for him in the last match. And I couldn't be more thankful that he's not going to be playing in this match, because he was so bad. So bad. I'm trying to find his name. So I think Morocco might be better off without him being in the game, because he will allow for better attack. Walid Shadira. He was so bad at finishing, I thought he was Swedish. It was so bad. So I am starting to like Morocco's attack even more without him in it. Let Hakimi find En-Nesyri up the middle. Let Hakimi find Ziyech going down the wing and catch France off guard. I can see it. Could you imagine a 1-0 victory for Morocco?
I could.
I could too.
Easily, with the way they're so well organized, they defend well. Of course, I don't know why you can't. The fact that they just held Portugal to 1-0, why can't they do that to France?
Yeah, and that's where I genuinely sit here and I go, I have an issue with this, because they just did it to France or to Portugal. They just did it to Spain.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between Spain and Portugal to France? Because everybody talks about, Spain doesn't really have a bona fide goal scorer. They have Alvaro Morata, but then they did it against Portugal. Then what's your complaint? Because it's not like they don't have scoring. France got both of those.
So you're going Morocco to win? 1-0?
Why not? I'm going to chase the juice. Let's do it. Why not?
What's your final going to be?
I'll get 1-0. If Morocco does win, it's going to be 1-0.
So you're going, what's going to be your World Cup final? Are you undecided about Croatia or Argentina?
I guess it's going to be Argentina-Morocco.
What a final! Yes!
That would be a great
something
final.
Different.
What about you?
That's crazy to think. We're going to have a Morocco final or Croatia. Yeah, I'm going to go, I got to give it to France.
Yeah,
France is just they're flowing right now. They've got something good going.
That's the thing. We could either have a 2018 World Cup rematch.
Yes, true.
We could have Mbappe versus Messi.
Yeah.
Or we could have Morocco versus Croatia. Or Morocco versus Argentina. Hello, and welcome to our brand new segment called The Pundits Predict, powered by Coolbet. The World Cup has finally arrived, and if you're looking to get into the action, just head to coolbet.ca. For match odds, player props, nation and tournament specials, there is no better time to be a cool better than right now. Build the ultimate same-game parlay with Coolbet's Bet Builder for every single Qatar 2022 match. Coolbet. Stay cool and bet responsibly.
All right. It's time for Pundits Predict, powered by Coolbet. We've got the 90th minute exclusives live on Coolbet. Check them out. Here we go. So we have one. Caroline's put in hers. We'll talk about hers, and I got mine. I think there's a Caroline's. Let's see here.
What are you on? Are you on the spreadsheet?
Yes.
Okay,
got
good.
Some here.
Good. Because those have mine in them.
Oh, maybe this is some of yours. Okay. So for one of my exclusive bets is Lautaro Martinez, anytime goal scorer. Messi, 2 shots on target and assist. So I'll have Messi assisting his goal. I think Martinez is due to score a goal from open play.
He is due.
But he's also not done himself any favors.
So
yeah, I think that's a bit bold.
Do you have any shots on target? Sorry.
I got Messi 2 shots on target.
Okay, I thought it was Martinez 2 shots on target because I was sitting there going, I don't know.
We don't necessarily have the odds for these bets right now, but they will be live on CoolBet. We're recording this podcast before everything's live, so it should be out. So also we have Croatia to score from off a corner anytime.
I can see that.
Argentina win.
Yeah, a
little bit of a mix-up.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I was also sitting there thinking, I wonder if there can be a corner goal in one of these matches.
I don't know if this is you, but you put an exclusive bet.
Yep.
Over 80 passes for Luka Modric.
Ooh, that's not me, but I like that one.
How many passes does Modric have in general?
A lot. Excuse me. I'm trying to remember what game it was. The Spain one. Do you know how many passes Spain had?
How many?
Over 1,000.
Holy shit.
I think it was like 1,119.
Right.
It was insane. So I could see it. I could see Luka Modric getting quite a few passes in there. And plus, you have to think about the touches. That midfield goes
it's
through.
possible. Luka Modric did complete the most passes, 105 in the match. Against Brazil, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, why not? I'd hit that. I'd hit the heck out of that one.
I also have Hugo Lloris to save a Morocco penalty in the second half.
Ooh, you think they're going to get a pen?
Yeah.
Hot take.
We got to put something up there. And what else did I put? Did you put Alexis McAllister for goal scorer?
I did.
I dig it.
I sure as hell did. I think Alexis McAllister has been one of the most underrated players at this tournament.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's been rated, but I think he's been.
I haven't heard
Really?
I haven't heard the amount that he should be getting.
Okay.
Because he has played very well. He has been very influential.
McAllister. I'm gonna search up Alexis McAllister. His place of birth, Santa Rosa, Argentina. Everybody thinks he's Scottish or something, right?
Oh, really?
But
I guess that makes sense. McAllister, yeah. I like him.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He's a great player for Brighton. So we also have over 2.5 saves for Yassine Bono.
Bono. Yeah. I don't know. I think he'll have way more than that actually.
So
I have a parlay in there too. I believe.
Ooh.
It's the second last, or it's on the second last line.
Buffal assist, El Nassiri goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Buffal has been insanely saucy.
Uh-huh.
Buffal has been super saucy, and I think he's going to find Nassiri in the middle.
Okay.
And Nassiri, anytime goal scorer as well. So I think he'll get that. And then plus, I think the next one too is Hakim Ziyech with 2.5 shots. So I'm really looking forward to this Morocco game because I think Morocco can really take it to France here.
No, these are gonna be both really close games. I feel like they're not gonna be blowouts. But we said that in 2014. But actually, I said Brazil would get fucked by Germany in 2014. So
did you?
I did.
Now really?
I said I made a tweet in 2014 that Germany will dismantle Brazil.
Wow.
And even Matt on the knife thought that was a stupid take, and look who's stupid now.
Wow. I missed that.
So I'm going to bring up a thing I saw ESPN tweet, because they always tweet some random shit.
Is that all of our Pundits Predict?
Yeah, that was our Pundits Predict, powered by CoolBet.
I like some of our 90th minute exclusives. We've had some saucy ones so far. And by the way, mine last week of the Bono Morocco under 2.5. Was it Morocco? No, who played? Brazil, allowing less than 2.5 shots, which was obviously hit because they allowed 1 shot, because that's how Brazil works. Anyways, what are you pulling up here?
Oh, did you see what French Montana posted?
Oh, yes, you were going to show this.
So French Montana took a dig at Cristiano Ronaldo.
No.
He posted the photo of him and Messi playing chess, but with him on the chessboard and not Messi.
Stop.
The comment, Ronaldo, airport this way.
No.
Because French Montana was born and raised in Morocco.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
he actually posted a photo. It's like, so yeah, shout out to French Montana.
Yeah.
I don't know if his music's very relevant nowadays.
I don't think so.
Well,
I remember when Ocho Cinco came out when I was in like high school.
I know he was in that song that I really liked, Je m'appelle.
Really?
He was in the remix.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember French Montana, especially in like grade 10, grade 11. He was at like all the house party.
ESPN FC posted a poll right underneath that photo on their Twitter. Who is more finished? No, somebody posted a poll replying to ESPN FC. Who is more finished? French Montana, Ronaldo. Everybody picked French Montana. He's the worst rapper and gets carried by the featured artist. He has 0 solo hits.
I don't know, man. I like Ocho Cinco. What was that one song he came out with? It was the first song that came out. But I remember like going to like, it was like those bougie ass houses in South Edmonton that would always have those music. Yeah. No, shout out French Montana for fueling the bougie ass parties that we would have in high school. Really quickly as well, I just want to mention club football is coming back.
This is true.
Isn't that weird to think about? Think about coming out of the World Cup, okay? And then sitting there and going, oh, by the way, Manchester United plays in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they haven't had the best little record here, it seems.
Their
preseason thing?
Yeah. Who was it? Cadiz and who was the other team? What, did we play Betis?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. The amount of times I shit on Matt for playing Real Betis every week. Of course.
I'm just looking at some other things here. Argentina and Croatia also played last World Cup 2018. I think in the group stage it was it was round of 16 maybe. I don't know, but big shout out to Samuel Eto'o for predicting Morocco's semifinal with France.
Against France, yeah.
So he has Morocco in the final. So Samuel Eto'o, great prediction. Better than any of us, honestly.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. We're going to have to go back and take a look at our predictions.
Yeah.
Because we had some pretty interesting
ones. I'm taking a look at just what I always favorite stuff throughout the week. And I just want to kind of look at. We had to wait. ESPN FC, they always tweet good stuff, but also very clickbait. Like, oh my God, look at Ronaldo. But the thing is, everybody says, oh, ESPN just praises Messi and hates on Ronaldo. That's not true. They do post positive light on Ronaldo. They do.
Do they?
So it's just take a look. We have to wait 1,590 days in between World Cup matches, and now we are 4 matches away from ending it all.
Yeah. Yeah, that is sad, isn't it? It's sad considering how much coverage we've had on it.
Yeah.
You know, not to toot our own horn or at all, but this has been a long break. This has been a long, not a break. I shouldn't say break because it has been anything but a break. But this has been a long time for us since the World Cup, those 17 days straight of games, and then yes, you only get the 2 days off, but then you only get 2 days off.
I find with the World Cup that the group stages is a bit of a drag, but once you get to the knockout stages, it goes by pretty quick.
Yeah, fair.
Fair. It's the crazy thing, just we're December 12th.
Yeah. Remember Enter Valencia?
Yeah. Right? Oh my God. He was a storyline of the World Cup, Canada. We were all so hyped for Canada, and Poland somehow beating Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. Remember that's the thing?
Yeah. Remember the ball for Japan barely being in?
Yes.
That was all this World Cup.
Oh God. We'll talk about this later. The hockey thing.
Yes. But anyways, let's call it there. Yeah. Because we have been very it's like you said, it's coming to the end of the World Cup here.
Christmas is around the corner.
Fuck, Christmas is 2 weeks away. I was at my parents' place and my mom's like, oh yeah, 2 weeks until Christmas. And I was like, what? Dude, I can't even fathom Christmas time right now. Yeah. But then you take a look and it's just Christmas ad. I'm like, what are you talking about, Christmas? We're in the World Cup. Yeah. What are you doing? But I can't even believe that we're 2 weeks away from Christmas. Yeah. we have to talk about our Christmas programming. So
Yes, we have Christmas program. What else?
I guess so.
Quick shout out to Tajon Buchanan, who's now linked with Leicester.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's so much shit going on.
Oh my God.
The World Cup's happening, and there's just shit behind the scenes that's happening. This player's going, this player's. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, literally. Daniil Henry's going to Minnesota United.
God,
That's our boys.
we live in a world where Daniil Henry's employed by a football club and Ronaldo's not. I'm so sorry to bring that up. I'm so sorry. We're gonna wrap it up there. Well, thank you for tuning into the Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One. Take care. Enjoy the semifinals.
Peace.